All right, I wanted to make this video to show what everybody can do, and it's my hopes that people all over the world will do this. We've absolutely got to put pressure on these people to do the right thing. Every step of the way is a fight. Every step of the way seems to be a struggle, and we can't rest until Pastor Kent Hovind takes his first free breath of fresh air in nearly 9 years. He needs to be reunited with his family, and it looks like we were on the verge of possibly him getting approved for home confinement, but we can't rest because the enemy doesn't rest, and the enemy is constantly working to keep our brother Pastor Kent Hovind persecuted and just under the most terrible of situations. It appears they moved him to the hole, the solitary confinement, Yazoo City High Security Prison. I want to share some things with you guys. This appears to be his new mailing address, so you can write Kent Hovind an encouraging letter. We have lost all email and phone privileges with him, so that address right there is what you can write him a letter to. You can also call Yazoo City Prison. I'll put prison here, and I suggest you call them at 662-751-4800. You can ask questions like, why was he put in solitary confinement? How come his email and phone privileges were taken away? Who made that decision? How long will that decision last? You can ask if you can write a letter to the warden. Ask the warden's address. Here is the warden's address, but you can ask them to make sure that they tell you this address: Warden Marcus Martin, P.O. Box 5050, Yazoo City, Mississippi 39194. You can write letters to the warden. We need to be putting pressure on these folks from thousands of people all over the world, if not millions of people, and just let them know that we're watching them, and they better not be persecuting Pastor Kent Hovind. What possible reason could they have had to move Pastor Hovind to solitary confinement? Give me a break. I'm sure that the enemy camp called in and told him a bunch of lies, and the prison believed it. But here's what you do. You go to bop.gov, okay, www.bop.gov, okay? That brings up this website right here, right? What you can do from here is you go to Find an Inmate, okay? And Kent's registration number is 06452-017. You can hit search, and that'll tell you that he's at Yazoo City USP. It used to say this one, Yazoo City Low. Had the pretty pictures, and Kent Hovind was very happy. Nobody's ever happy to be in prison, but given that he used to just spend a year in Santa Rosa County Jail, he said that he was feeding raccoons out of his hand. He was having cantaloupes. He was having fruit. He said he was, he had pockets, and he was, drinking 2% milk. He was very happy. He's very grateful for the small things in life, and he was like, "This is a lot better. If I have to be in prison, this was a good place to be." But of course, the enemy can't have Pastor Hovind being happy for more than a day or two, so they've moved him to this one, which is a high security United States penitentiary, Yazoo USP. Okay, so that's where he is now. And we need to find out why they did that. They didn't have no reason to do that. But another thing we can do besides call the prison, write a letter to the warden, ask to speak to the warden when you call that phone number, ask to speak to Counselor Henderson when you call that phone number. But we can also voice a concern, and we need to flood this prison system with concern from all over the world. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. They won't even tell us the reason why they moved him to solitary confinement. So what you can do, you guys see what I did? I went to, Find an Inmate. You go there, and that'll tell you where he is, 06452-017. And you can see that he's in Yazoo City, USP, United States Penitentiary. But you can also go to Inmates, Voice a Concern, and you can pick your location. Okay, so let's pick Yazoo USP. Email address, yes, I do. I want them to send an email to me, ruddAvis@yahoo.com. Please enter the inmate's name, number, or subject. Kent E. If I get my typo, Kent E. Hovind, comma 06452-017, and the subject is moved to Yazoo USP from low. And my concerns, why Pastor Kent Hovind. I'll write a more detailed one later, but I want to write one just short and sweet here. Pastor Kent Hovind is an innocent man in prison who was already approved for home confinement. The warden, Marcus Martin could release Pastor Hovind today. Why was Pastor Hovind moved from Yazoo low to USP? Why was Pastor Hovind phone and email restricted? This is an atrocity. The treatment and persecution that is being dealt to Pastor Hovind. Please call me at 972-839-9848. Pastor Hovind has millions of supporters all over the world. There are a few people who hate, I need to learn how to type, guys, who hate Pastor Hovind and constantly call places to lie about him. Thank you. Come on, Rudy Davis. All right, let's go ahead and hit the send. Oh, we got to type in this thing here. It looks like it's 5119. Validate. All right, so here we go. You can do this too. You can voice your inmate concerns. If you are concerned about an inmate and would like to contact us, please use the form below. Please have Warden Martin look into Pastor Hovind's situation, as many believe he should be released on home confinement ASAP. Okay, let's hit submit. Your email has been sent. Okay. All right, guys, that's how you do it. You can call this number, 662-751-4800. Ask questions like, I want to speak to Counselor Henderson. I want to speak to Warden Martin. Why was Kent Hovind moved to solitary confinement? Why was his phone privileges taken away? Why was his email privileges taken away? Ask to speak. Ask to, for the warden's address. Ask how long this will occur for, and just tell them that you're praying for Pastor Hovind, and that you think they should be fair. And then you can also go to inmate, voice a concern. Inmate, voice a concern, and you can put in your concern here when you select the location. It's the one at the very, very, very bottom, Yazoo City, USP, United States Penitentiary, which is this one right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yazoo City, Yazoo City, USP, 06452-017. It's this one. That's the one that he's at now. Okay. That's the only thing I know to do, guys, and pray. Let's continue to pray that God will work a mighty miracle and that He'll get Kent Hovind out of prison very, very soon. Thank you, guys, and please pray about it and do something. Thank you.